Yes, prepare the tea party from hell! Hi guys, Nerdy Bergens here, bringing you my review for One Piece chapter 827, Totland. And this was a really interesting chapter. We get a lot of info about how Big Mom's territory functions and just some other basic information that's just basically confirming what everyone was assuming. So the area that Big Mom controls, and it's several, it's like 30 or so islands, I think is what they said, in the area that Big Mom controls. And it is Totland, which is also translated as Country of 10,000. And we learned that Mama's dream, apparently, is to create a utopia where all the races can live together peacefully and happily. Yeah, we do see a lot of different races. We see Long Leg Tribe, Mink Tribe, and I'm pretty sure we get our first view of the Snake Neck Tribe. If you look at one of the first couple panels when Peckham's is talking about the, just giving the info dump about Totland, we do see I think it's a woman with a super, her head is way up above her shoulders, and she's standing next to, I think, a person that's from the Long Leg Tribe. So I think that's our first glimpse of a snake neck, snake head person. I forget what the race's name technically is, and I don't think we've officially seen or met one yet in the series up until now. So that's really cool that we finally get an idea of what they look like. The two I didn't see, I don't think we saw any Long Arm Tribe people, and I don't think we saw any giants, but that doesn't really surprise me as much. I don't think they would mesh as well. But apparently it's all races, says Peckhams. He makes a point of pointing that out. And then, of course, Luffy does as he does when he first arrives on an island, especially one that everything is made up of food. He goes and just eats up a cafe because it looks so tasty. Getting himself into trouble, no surprise there. But he is saved by, surprise, surprise, Pudding, who is the owner of that cafe, apparently. And she has what looks like, I'm assuming based off the hat and the face mostly, that the Nitro, the Jello, I think is the guy's name, or its name, I don't really know much about it yet. It seems to be one of Capone's crew members who is guarding her, or possibly forcefully watching over her. It's kind of unclear. It is worth noting that this almost certainly confirms that Pudding is the three-eyed girl, because when we first see her back in Fishman Island, when she's sitting in her chair, she has a blue glob up next to her. It does not have a face, but Oda may not have firmly come to a decision as to what exactly it was, or maybe he doesn't need to have his face and hat showing at all times. I'm really curious about that character. I kind of want to know more. I want to know if he's definitely one of Capone's gang, or what exactly he is and what his function is. But I'm sure we'll find out shortly. I really, really love Pudding's outfit. Specifically the baggy pants that she's wearing. I don't know how else to describe them. I just really like it, and I think she has a great little intro here. She has some adorable faces, with her cheeks puffed out when she first gets there, and she blushes a little bit and all that stuff. She seems like an ideal match for Sanji if anything actually does happen, if the marriage does go through, because she does seem to enjoy and create candy and chocolate. So she can be his dessert chef if everything works out. We'll have to find out about that. but it is a very cool thing that Oda added in there. We also get a little hint that it's possible that Pedro has been to this island before, or, I mean, it could be that. It could just be that there's minks who came from Zou who know him. But the way he said, because he tells them, like, it's something we can talk about later, it seems that he may have some kind of connection with at least the Chocolate Island, if not Big Mom herself. And that may just be that he was maybe a former member like Peckham's, because he seems to be very familiar with Peckham's. So I'm curious to hear more about what exactly was going on with that exchange that Pedro had. We then finally get to see a full view of Big Mama. She's very devilish, and I'm very curious what what exactly was going on during this little sequence. Because we have, you know, her with all her living things, which I'm really assuming if one of her crew members doesn't have a devil fruit power that brings inanimate objects to life, that is going to be her devil fruit power, because she is literally surrounded by just, like, everything in her, like, general vicinity was just alive. So that's very interesting. We have her, who I'm assuming are crewmates, which looked really cool. I really like their designs, but the more important thing that I want to talk about is the fact that it seems like they may be like stealing these or taking these ingredients by force, and it's tough to tell, but it looks like they're taking it from people in their like territory. So maybe this whole, like, her goal being like a utopia for all races and whatnot, I don't know if maybe that's just a front and she's really not, like, that's not her ultimate goal. Because if those are, like, islands in her territory that she's just having her crew members go and, like, basically, like, completely destroy people and take their shit. Like, I can't imagine that, like, she really is, like, that into making a utopia, like, a perfect place for all races. So I'm curious what's going on there. And she talks about, and I don't know if this is just a weird translation or not, they're like, is there gonna be jam? Yeah, it'll be made from someone's blood! It's like, what? That's, what? Like, I don't know about that. Like, so I'm very curious to see, like, what exactly her character is, and, like, if she's, because she seems like, my theory that she may not be a major villain, and what everyone is assuming that she's not going to be a major villain may be incorrect. She does seem very, like, I don't know, like, malevolent. Yeah, I think that works. But anyway, the other thing that really perked my interest about this sequence is the fact that she seems very excited that Straw Hat Luffy is like, has showed up, and how she knows that. My theories are that it's either that Pudding is the three-eyed girl and her third eye can, like, provide, like, basically Big Mom can, like, has something that she can see what's going on through Pudding's third eye. Djembe may have turned, like, I don't think he's turned against Luffy, but he may be involved in, like, telling her something. I'm not sure about that, though. It also may be that Peckham's just was a really crappy liar, and that they are, like, people already figured it out and, like, have let Big Mom know that Luffy is there. But based off what she was saying, I'm thinking that, because Germa says that she planned the marriage because she wants Germa's technology, which I think is true. That is probably something that she's getting out of the deal. But if that's the case, it would be one of those things where it's like, why not choose one of the other Vinsmokes who are around? Why Sanji? And I think she may have asked specifically for Sanji because I think she wanted to lure Luffy in. So, because she seems like that seems like her plan based off that last page of the chapter. So I'm really curious why she wants Luffy to come and what her plans are for him. I might post something with some thoughts on that, maybe sometime this week or next week. But I definitely have a feeling that the whole Sanji specifically being married to Pudding was a way to get him to go there. And she may be just looking for revenge for Luffy taking the Fishman Island area from her. That could be it, or there could be a more, more evil reason for it. Or maybe even not even that. Maybe she's looking for an alignment with him because she knows how powerful he is. We'll just have to see about that. So yeah, that's my basic thoughts on the chapter. I really liked it. I'm seeing some of the mysterious crew members of Big Mom really makes me excited for what's going to be happening in the arc and the battles we're going to get, because now I'm thinking that at least a couple battles are probably going to happen between Straw Hat crew and Big Mom's crew as well, just because they were introduced in such a yes, they're really badass way that I think it's just would be a waste if we didn't see a fight from them. But that's the last thing I have to say. I'm gonna give this chapter a 4. I really liked it. It's a good opening up for the arc itself. But yeah, if you liked the video, give it a like. You can subscribe to my channel for more One Piece content. I've been doing live reactions and reviews for the manga as well as reviews for the anime. You can find me on Twitter at nerdy_Perkins and some other places down in the description below. You can leave a comment on your thoughts on the chapter down in the description below, and if you think any of what I was talking about is correct, or if you have your own thoughts on the chapter and Big Mom yourself. And yeah, that's all for now, guys. Until next time, stay nerdy.